Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to North Carolina and the bustling city of Charlotte as we welcome you inside Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. That's Ryan Fitzgerald. He will start this one. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Put Loveland in motion. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. Inside the 40. A terrific run. He's got this one down inside the 30-yard line. A huge play right off the bat. A pickup of 44 yards.
You're talking about a big-time run right out of the gate. I mean, there was nothing special here play call-wise. He just found a crease, hit it, and he was off.
On first down, they give it right back to Swift. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Second and 1 now from the 21. They'll run. It's Swift. And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Burton, the man on the move. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams.
Yeah, fell asleep. Definitely fell asleep.
And in. Roll with Dunze. Touchdown Bears. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's first and 10. Play action now. It's Jones. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions. And I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback.
I'm in a Madden game.
He's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. First and 10.
That's good for a Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Jones. Pass is caught by Gray right side. The third-round pick leading this offense well. It is a first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
On the run to the right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it.
Yeah, Kawhi got 85.
Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here we go. Buffalo with lightning and team. Now Jones throwing on second down. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. That is caught. What a throw. Xavier Legette. Touchdown. Panthers. The extra point. Up and good. And the Panthers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession. Each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here's Mixon on the return. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25.
Niggas don't be on late night.
They'll start from the 24.
I said on. I be on.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he just does kiss that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. On third down, it's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Ogunze. And on third down, that ball is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And this is a pretty good result. That kick will head out of bounds. On play action, it's Jones. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Gun, it's Jones. Now they take it in on the right
miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Throwing is Jones on third down. Downfield, got him, and he's got it. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. Forced out wide. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
Second and 10.
Let's go. Back and 6, pop 7, trap 60, trap 60. 19 Lions.
A run with Hubbard. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up third down.
Brings up third and 2.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Here we go. Cowboy 80, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Maverick.
To throw, it's Jones. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there, short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll run it, it's out of the gun, and it's Hubbard. And this tackle there, he pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
4 yards on the pickup.
It is second and 6.
At the 15-yard line.
The RPO, that one is complete. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. It sets up third down.
Brings up third and 4.
Here's Jones. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Montez Sweat getting home to drop him. He's up to a dozen sacks now on the year. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Panthers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
A play fake. Now Williams. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Right here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And third down coming up. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He gets this complete to Burton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That pass play good for 22. First down, Chicago. Off play action. Here's Williams. Pass is caught at DJ Moore. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 10-7 is the score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing again, Williams. That's to the Michigan man, Winston Loveland. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
In motion, it's Odunze. Throw it again. It's Williams. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Now from the 9, it'll be second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Williams. This one is pulled in on the feet and bounds. Yes! Holston Loveland. Touchdown, Chicago. His 4th TD grab of the season. Santos good on the extra point. And the Bears are on top. It's 14-10. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jones now on first down. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That is caught! And he will go all the way. Danny Gray. Touchdown, Carolina.
Harold on for the extra point.
The PAT up and good. Panthers move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Drive a start on the ground, and he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Poston Loveland was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Williams now to throw. This one intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons. The 3rd and long, trying to pick up the 1st down to keep the drive going. Instead, the worst result. It goes back the other way, Greg, and the defense scores with a pick 6.
Mike, sometimes there's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless. And I think you find yourself in 3rd and long, you're trying to make a play. Sometimes you just press a little too far.
What time the game come on?
Leads to the turnover and the pick 6.
Here's Nixon on the return. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The tight end, Komet, is on the move.
He just threw him out the way. Damn.
Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
A throw downfield caught by Burton. They get 18 on the pitching count. Good for a Bears 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd down, they need 5. Throwing is Williams. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
This fielded in the end zone. And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return. at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and the run. Here's Hubbard. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. So from the 25, it's 2nd and 5.
Cougar 19. Warriors 70.
So 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Let's go.
Shotgun now for Jones.
I just need to do his process.
After the catch and the ball comes free. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these
What should he have gave to you?
after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
On 1st and 10, here's Jones. Now a shot here, deep middle. And he will score. Xavier Leggett, touchdown, Panthers. That is 2nd touchdown of the game and 17 for the season. He gets the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. He's going to air this one out. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Damari Mathis.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On play action, it's Jones. He's going to look for the home run ball.
That nigga is so slow.
And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 71 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. The extra point is up and through. And the Panthers tag on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. This has been bizarre. From 2nd and a mile, a huge gain, but still short of a first down. Third and short yardage, and here's Williams.
Oh my God.
Receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended target. And it's going to be fourth down.
This is a play call I don't quite understand, Mike. Backed up on your side of the field, just convert on third down. Get a fresh set of downs, and then open up more opportunities to put the ball in the air. Now you bring up a fourth down decision deep in your own territory.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. He's got it tight end. It's Loveland. And he's going to have the Bears first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on fourth down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Williams to the air once more. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On third down, it's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And a critical tackle there. They're getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And no return here. This is a touchback. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. Inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Cuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. He gets it to go. Panthers will add one more onto their big lead. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. On first and 10, it's Williams. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
13 yards on that pass play. First down, Chicago.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Trevin Wallace. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. Gun, it's Jones. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. Forced to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll start on the ground with Swift, and he'll get about 4 to the 29. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. That's complete to Moore on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Over the middle, he's got Burton. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another 1st down.
First down, Chicago.
Now Williams. This one taken in by Odunze. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Throw it again. It's Williams. Right side, caught by Burton. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down. Try to throw again. Here's Williams. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Nick Scruton getting to the quarterback there for his 8th sack of the year.
Feels like they needed that sack. This entire drive, it feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. A play fake. Now Williams exiting the pocket right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. That was incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
A 43-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is good. And the Bears will cut into that lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for three, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Let's go. Hawks, track.
This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
60 Bison. Warriors 70. 7 Pirates.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. Check this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Ready? 1970 Lions. 65 back. 60.
Here's Jones to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20.
Their own 16-yard line.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It was really a disappointing performance. I'm a little surprised, Mike, that he continues to put the ball in danger this often. I mean, to make a couple mistakes early on, that happens, but at some point you got to make a correction, and until he does, this defense just continues to make him pay.
That's hauled in at the 2. He's in. Cuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Panthers stretch things out even further. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Here's Mixon on the return. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain From 29, here's second and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
If y'all can wait 5 minutes.
Here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. From the 42-yard line, here's second and 6. Off play action. Here's Williams. Caught left side by Odunze. They're going to work this down inside the 45. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
Williams to throw on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what?
Oh, for the fifth time, he is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Trevin Wallace.
I got to give credit, Mike, where credit is due. I mean, they have played a complete game in all facets of football. I mean, the scoreboard pretty much reflects what we've seen play out here over the last 4 quarters.
They'll run it here with Hubbard. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
The show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten yards, but it will set up third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
18, rock, track, 18, pioneer.
Jones going to try and throw on third down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession.
Nigga, I'm gonna be done way before he get back. I'm still gonna be done way before he get back. I know exactly where it's at. I'm gonna be done way before he get back.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight, they continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Williams now to throw.
Oh my God.
To the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you jump the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They'll go again with Hubbard. And they'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
That's to Gray, open on the left side. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. This one's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We're going to run right over center with Hubbard. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Shotgun now for Jones. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. That is catch number 60 for the season. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Hubbard. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bears' 5-yard line.
The zone read given to Hubbard. Oh, and he is deep on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Jones. That one taken in. Cuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
We'll get this up past the 20.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, here's 2nd and 9.
Ain't got one more game till wrestling.
Here's Williams. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest game.
He's got a man. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down. Williams. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. The Panthers will take their 1st timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Here we go. One final play. Final throw here is intercepted. And the Panthers are going to come up with the
All right, I'm loading.
but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's over. It's a win for the Panthers. And they do it.